Hi friends, in this video we will again see the advanced concept of Docker images and container. Already from last 4 videos I am discussing about Docker container and images. So in this video I will discuss some more features. After that your hand will be free on container and images. So let me start Docker PS. So see, these many process is running, these many containers are running in my server. Okay. So already I discussed in my previous video that how can we remove any container. Docker rm and the container id is the command. Again I am showing Docker rm and the container id. But again one more thing, the container is in running status. So we can't delete the container which is in running status directly. Either we have to use -f option, means either we have to remove forcefully or we have to stop the container and we can remove. So as I am using -f option, so I have removed the container. Okay. So if I will use Docker PS option, so I will not be able to view. Now the one question arises. Do we have the option to, suppose 1000 containers will be there. As I am showing you the practical, so only 3 or 4 containers is there. In real scenario, more than 50, 70, 100 like that containers are there. And suppose if any condition comes and your manager asks that please remove all the existing container, whatever the container is there, then it is not possible for you to remove all the containers one by one. It will take a long time. So is there any way to remove all the containers in a single command? Yeah, there is a way. So before that, let me explain one command, Docker PS. With the Docker PS command, what we get? We get Docker container. If I will give -a, means I will get all the containers, whatever is there, either in the running status or in the stopped status. Now if I will use -q as well, then -q will give only the container ID. It won't give any other details apart from the container ID. So see, when I ran the command, I got only this container ID. Okay. So all the containers ID will be unique. So with this command, we can easily get the container ID of the Docker. Either it is on stopped status or it is in the running status. This is the first command. And already we had seen the command to remove the Docker images, Docker container. This is the command. Docker -rm-f is the command to remove the Docker container. Okay. So what we will do, we will do the looping of both the command, or we can say we will do the merging of both the command. What I am going to do over here, I will just first write this command Docker rm-f, means I am instructing that please remove all the containers forcefully. Now inside, to make a loop or to merge, we have to give $ symbol. So inside the dollar, what I will use? I will use this command. Okay. Docker PS -a-q. So what it will, dollar command will do? Dollar command will list out all the container ID and it will pass all the container ID to this command. And what this command will do? This command will flush out or remove all the containers present. So see what will happen. When I run the command, all these 5 or 6 containers has been removed. When I will run Docker PS-a, no container is left. All container has been removed. Okay. So this is the command to remove all the containers in a while. The same funda we can use with the images as well. Suppose I want to remove all the image, then what we can do? Docker rmi-f. This is the command to remove any Docker images forcefully. Now what is the command to find the list of images? Docker images. This is the command to find the list of images. So what it will do? It will just remove both the containers, both the images. So if I will use the command Docker images, So what I will get that no image is there. Both the images has been removed in a single command. Okay. So this was the command to remove more than one container in a single command. Okay. Now second funda what I want to explain you, I want to show you some practical for the -d option. -d which we discussed. Docker run -itd Ubuntu. See, now what is the use of -d? As it is said that -d means daemon or daemon process or background process or detached mode. So if we won't use -d here, what the error I am going to get? No error will be there. Obviously no error will be there. See what the command says, docker run. It will run a docker container, and with the -it means we will get the interactive mode and Ubuntu containers will be run. As there is no docker Ubuntu image present in our Docker engine, so first it will pull it from the Docker hub. So it is going to pull the Ubuntu image from the Docker hub, and after that immediately see what happened. It has first it pulled the images from a Docker hub. After that, when pull is complete, immediately we came inside the container. In previously case, when we used to give D option, then only the containers get created in the background or detached mode, and when we have to come inside the container, then we have to use execute or exec command, so that we should come inside the container. But when I haven't given the D option, then what happened? That immediately I came inside the container. Okay. Now I am moving outside of container. So what you will see, no process is there. Why it is so? But if I will give docker ps-a, obviously the process will be there. But it is saying exited 8 seconds ago. See what happened. Whenever I was inside the container, I haven't used -d option. Means I said I want to use this container. I want to use this Ubuntu container. I went inside the container, but I haven't said that this container should run in the background. I haven't said like that. So what happened? The container was created, and when the time when I came out of the container, see the container is created, and the time when I will go out of the container, immediately the process is running. Process is getting out. Okay. So see in this scenario what happened? Previously what I did, here I used exit command. To come out of the Docker, I used exit command. So already I discussed in my last video that whenever you will use the exit command, forcefully you are saying container that please I don't mind any process is running or not. Forcefully I need to go out, and all the process goes stop, and this comes out of the container. So what we had seen that no container was running, Ubuntu container came into the stopped status. But again I ran in a new container. I ran Ubuntu new container without -d option. So in this case, when I went inside the container, to move out of the container, I used Ctrl+P+Q command. So that is not the forcefully come out. What I am saying that, oh Mr. Container, actually I want to move out for the time being now, but I don't want to move out forcefully. Please let me go out, and whatever the process is running by default, please make it run as default. So as already we said, for the Ubuntu, the base process is always runs by default. So this base is running by default as we came out with the using the command Ctrl+P+Q. So I always suggest that please come out of any of the container by using the command Ctrl+P+Q. Okay. Now see what some different thing I am going to show you. I am running a Tomcat container I want to run. As Tomcat image is not there, so first it will pull the Tomcat image from the Docker hub, and it will make a container of the Tomcat. Okay. So see what will happen in this scenario. already it is downloading or pulling the images from the Docker Hub. So what will happen here, that I have used D option. Okay, are you able to view D option I have used? So means I am suggesting my container that please run any process in the background. Okay, so if we will give Docker PS, so see one process is running in the background. If I will go inside the container, let me go inside Docker exec -it container id bash. So I came inside the container. Okay, so what, see, if I will give ls, you will be able to view Catalina sh run command. Catalina sh you will be able to view over here. Okay, Catalina sh, I think it is in some different folder. So Catalina sh is running by default. If I will give ps -af, see what is the process is running. So it says that this process runs always by default. Okay, so these all processes are running by default. So you will be able to view Catalina over here. See, Catalina is present over here. So this file is running from here. Okay, so what I mean to say that, or means we define any process to run inside this server. See, now I used exit command, but you will say that I used the exit command, but again the process the container haven't went down as we came out forcefully. See what the scenario is. When we created this container, we used -d option, as you can see over here. Docker run -it tomcat. So we are saying that if suppose we come out forcefully also, then also this container should run in the background. Okay, because we have given -d. -d means background process. You are giving the access to the container, that this container can run in the background. Okay, so this is, I think you will get more clear when you will do the practical with you. So I will suggest you please do the practical as much as possible. Try pulling all the images from the Docker Hub. Try creating as much as a container, and try to do all the experiment what you want to do with the container. Because the more you practice, the more you will learn. Okay. So this is totally based on the practical session. So I will suggest you to please do all the practical with you in your home. Okay. Now say, in the upcoming video, what I will do, I will create okay, let me show you one more thing over here. Docker exec -it tomcat id bash. So see, I came inside this container. Okay, if I will give cd cat /etc/os release, now you should say that this is the tomcat image. This is obviously the tomcat image. Then how we are able to view OS release in tomcat? How is it possible? See what I am going to say. This is totally on the concept basis. In the first video itself, is what I said. Any images which we create, any images, either we create or it is by default it is created, it should have the base operating system as the first layer. Always the first layer will be operating system. Suppose you want to install any app, suppose Amazon app, Flipkart app, many apps are there. You want to install any app. So to install any app, you should know, you must need any mobile. On top of the mobile, and in mobile also operating system should be there. And on top of the operating system, you can only install any application. now suppose take the example of our laptop. On top of laptop, if we don't configure, don't install any operating system like Windows or any other operating system, we can't use the operating system. Now I am using Mozilla Firefox or whatever applications I am using. So the prerequisite for that to use that is that I should have the operating system. On top of the operating system only I can do anything. So what the Docker images is doing, Tomcat images has been created and pushed to the Docker hub. But where this Tomcat will be installed, where this Tomcat was installed. So not only the Tomcat, any application other from operating system like Ubuntu CentOS, any application other from operating system must have any operating system as their base level. Any base operating system is the first layer of any application. If we will go to the Tomcat or Nginx or any other application, their base level will be operating system. So Tomcat is utilizing which operating system? Debian Linux. Tomcat has been installed on top of the Debian Linux. Now suppose in my project the requirement is that I need to make an image of the Tomcat, and the Tomcat should be installed on top of the RHEL Linux, Red Hat Linux. So I can't pull the Tomcat images from the Docker hub and use it, because this Tomcat images has been built on the top of the Debian Linux. So here comes the concept of customized Linux. Okay, customized image means how can I customize image as per my requirement, as per my project requirement? How can I customize any of the image? So that I will cover in the next video. So as of now, I think you are very much clear of that what is the images and what the container is. Now let me look into this topic that did I missed anything. See, the first is Docker PS. Already you are aware of Docker PS is to list out all the containers present in your Docker engine. So this is Docker PS. Again comes the Docker stop. This command also we have used to stop any of the container. Docker start also we can use to start the container. Now the Docker states command also we have used to view the CPU, RAM and memory details, hard disk details, that what the container is using. Already we have discussed all these things in our previous video. Now restarting the images. I haven't used the restart, so let me once show you. Oh, see, why I got this error? This is very important thing. Why I got this error? Because I ran this Docker command inside the container. Now I am inside the container and I am running Docker command. So it is saying that Docker command, Docker itself is not found. So what the main thing is important to notice here is that we can't use or we can't install any Docker engine inside the Docker container. Few people had asked me this question, that is it possible to install any Docker engine inside any Docker container? No, it's obviously not. Why? What's the reason for this? Why can't we install Docker engine inside the Docker container? See, in the first video itself what I said, Docker does the host level virtualization. What host level virtualization means? Means it is Docker is using host operating system to virtualize all the containers. Okay, so already this container is utilizing, this container is asking the Docker to provide all the details so that it can, means it is already this sub part of the Docker. So how can it create a Docker container? How can it install a Docker engine inside itself? Because it should need a kernel. It should need everything to provision to install the Docker engine inside this. And as we said earlier, no container has its own kernel. All the containers are using the kernel of the host operating system only. So as this container don't have any kernel, so there is no option for the Docker engine to be installed inside the Docker container. Okay, clear? So now I came out of the Docker container. Now let me give the same command docker ps. See, now the docker ps command I have given. Okay, so what I will do, as you are able to see the status, it is up from last 9 minutes. Okay, so now I will use docker restart command. Along with the container ID. So see what will happen. It has restarted. So how can you verify that it is restarted? See, status is up from last 3 seconds. Means 3 seconds ago it came up, but previously we were able to see that it was up from last 9 minutes. So this is the docker restart option. Likewise, we already have used docker pause and unpause command. Rename command already I have shown that how can we rename the name of the user. Stop command already we have used, start command already we have used, delete command already we have used. How can we remove the see, here I mentioned the comment as well. In many, I have attached all the practical sessions so that you should not face any difficulties while understanding the Docker. So see, I have mentioned some points in the image as well, that we can use force command to shut down forcefully as well, and we have to run this command for that. But I am removing here after stopping the container. So wherever you will find a hash symbol before any message, means that is used as a comment. Okay. Now delete the container also we have used. ps-a will also we have used. It will list out all the containers present in our Docker engine. So we have seen how can we remove multiple containers at a time. Already we have seen all the things, and this message already we know that all the images are immutable. We can't modify any of the existing images. Like I was saying earlier that this Tomcat is built on top of Debian Linux image, but my project requirement is I need Tomcat image to be built on top of Linux RHL Red Hat Linux Tomcat. So I can build my own image, I can build my own container, and I can save it as my own image, but it is not possible to change the existing image. I can't modify this existing image, but I can create an image as per my project requirement. So here it is written, image is always immutable. No one can change the existing image which is present in the Docker Hub. Okay. So already we have seen detached mode -d option. What is the importance of that? And after using the -d option, the container runs in the background as well. If you will move out of the container by using the exit command as well, then also the container will not stop. It will run in the background as well. So I will always suggest to use -d option. Already we have seen the option of caps P and small p. With the caps P, the port mapping is done and random port number is selected by the help of the Docker engine. But when we will give a small p, in that case we can assign the port number of our wish. So I think this is over for this video. So you can, please, I will suggesting you all do all the practicals for all the videos what I have said, because only listening to this video is no more going to help you. Do the practical along with this video, that is sure going to help you and will clear your concept. And if you want to get this document for the practice purpose, you can download it from the Devops G Facebook group page. I am going to upload all the practical session or all the documents in the Facebook page. So you can simply go there and you can download it. So I think this is enough for the container and images. In our upcoming next videos, we will see how can we create our customized image and how can we run it as a container. So that is what we will see in our next video. For this video, bye bye.